What's up, guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Scribbles, the artist and crocheter behind Eclectic Scribbles, and we're starting a brand new video. So this was me about a month and a half ago. So back in May on the 23rd, I believe, this was me. My business has taken a complete and total nosedive, and today it is July 7th. It is a Monday, and we're about a month and a half in, and I figured we would do an update video to let you know what kind of things have been going on, what I've changed, and how things are going as far as my business is concerned. So if you want the month and a half-ish update, then stay tuned and we'll see what's going on. First things first, my business is still struggling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, we're not back to the numbers that we were at before, but we have definitely made progress, and we are going in the right direction. No questions asked there. So we are headed back in the right direction. And so I figured I would address some of the things that I said I was going to be changing, some of the things that I was going to do to try and fix my business, and let you know how things have been going. All right, so the first thing that I brought up was the fact that my pattern sales were down, and they're going back up. I think I sold like 7 or 8 patterns yesterday alone. So the numbers are definitely going back up. I had talked before about the fact that, girl, you haven't released a new pattern in for freaking ever. So, how do you expect for pattern sales to continue to go up if you're never putting out anything new? Well, we fixed that. We fixed that with the release of the sunflower bag pattern. I released the little bee girl pattern that I was talking about, and I think I released another pattern. Let me look at my patterns real quick here. The bee, the sunflower bag, and the hanging plant. Those were my new patterns that I had put out originally to Patreon, and now are out on my Etsy and my website and all of that good stuff as well. So pattern sales going back up. We are doing well there. Another thing that I had mentioned was that my views on YouTube were down, and that I just couldn't figure out what I had done to either upset my audience or just make people stop watching in general, and why I wasn't pulling in the same numbers that I was before. And you guys came in clutch with the comments, and they were so helpful and so nice that I take no offense whatsoever. And I think a couple of people were worried about offending me in the comments, going, please, girl, take this as nicely as I can say it, but this is what's happening. And the majority of those comments were, you've not done as much crochet content. I'm here for the crochet content. I came to you for crochet content, and when you stop doing that, there's no reason for me to watch you. Your art's cute and all, but that's not what I'm here for. And that was a great piece of constructive criticism for me to be able to build off of, which I so greatly appreciate. So don't ever feel like you can't say, hey girl, what's going on down in the comments, and think that I'm going to take offense to it, because I'm not. But we have put a lot more crochet content back into the channel, and the channel is on the up. It's on the uptake. It is performing better. It is getting back to the numbers that it was. It's not there yet, but it is a 50% increase over the last month so far. So yeah, we are gaining more. We're gaining more subscribers. The number of subscribers had dropped way down, like into like the 30s and 40s for a month or something, and that's crazy, to going back up to the 100 or so a month that we usually get, and it's on the rise. The amount of income that I usually generate off of Etsy, or not Etsy, YouTube ads and things like that, had dropped way down, and it's up. It's up a lot more. So I think I was averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of about $100 in revenue a month from YouTube ads, and it had dropped down to like $50 a month. And I just checked, and I think we were up at 95 for the past month, for the past 30 days. If I'm 95.75 estimated revenue from the past 30 days, 86 new subscribers instead of 30 some. We're watch hours is up, by a lot. So everything is trending upward. The amount of views that we're getting on our content is trending upward. I was seeing like low 200s and 300s on a lot of my videos before, and now we're back up in the 700s, 800s, 1,000, 2,000 on some videos, so we're doing a lot better than we were. So that's great. So we have made that improvement there. I did say that my sales were down online and in person. We're still struggling through the in-person part. We were down about $400, $500, somewhere in that neighborhood at our last event from last year, which we had actually, I say that, but when I'm talking about HeroesCon here, for Friday and Saturday, we were above last year. We were just the tiniest bit above last year. And then Sunday was just dead. So it's hard to say that we were down, even though we were. But if the people aren't there to buy anything, it's hard to base that on Sunday last year, where there were a lot more people floating around and people actually spending money. So I think had there been more people there on Sunday this year, we would have just made a little bit more than we did last year. So if you're looking at it in that regard, sales are up. We did Winston-Salem Pride this year, and we made $2,000 in revenue in 7 hours. So I mean, we can't complain about that. So that was a great show for us, and I'm so excited about how that show itself turned out. That was fantastic. If you want to check these videos out, I will link them in the cards while I'm talking to you guys, and you can go and check them out later, or they're of course down in my playlist below, so you can go and check them out at any time. So in that regards, if we're looking at it that way, I can't say that sales are really, in-person sales are down right this very second. Like I said, if there had been more people there, we would have probably done pretty dang good and been over last year's totals for HeroesCon. I do have a convention coming up this weekend, and that is GalaxyCon New Orleans. I have zero to compare it to. It is a first-year convention. I literally only booked it because it's in New Orleans, and New Orleans is one of my bucket list items that I wanted to be able to say that I've been to, and so that this was a vacation, well, a workcation sort of ability for me to go down there and say I've been there and walk around the French Quarter and do all of that stuff while having, income at the same time. So I'm not going down there to spend money. I'm going down there to make money and see the things. Anyways, so we'll see how that one goes as well. And then I've got a busy month coming up in August, so I may be able to do like a 2.5 month, 3-month update. I'll do a 3-month update for you guys, because we've got 3 conventions coming up in August, that being Big Lick Roanoke for their fall show, Otakon in DC, and Fairfax Comic Con as well. So Fairfax is a smaller convention. I don't have a lot of high hopes for, but it's a great little filler show, fairly close to my house, and well, within 3 hours drive of my house, so worth going to for me. But we've got 3 shows in August, and I can compare all of those to previous shows. We did Fairfax last year, we did Otakon last year, and we did Big Lick Roanoke back in February. I'm going to say February, I think it was. So we will have things for those to be compared to, and we'll see where we're standing at the 3-month mark as well, in regards to how business is going and how sales are going. I am seeing a little bit of an uptake in fellow con artist friends or whatever that are starting to see a turnaround in their sales, and their sales are coming back up after hitting like an all-time low back in spring. So hopefully that's the trend for us as well. All right, let's see. And I've gotten into a lot of shows. So I think that I had mentioned that the competition to get into shows has really been at an all-time high here recently, and we hadn't gotten into some of the shows that we did last year that we were hoping to get into again this year, but we have gotten into several shows, and so I'm really, really excited about that, and I'm looking forward to that. So that has sort of eased off as far as the denials have been concerned. Like I told you, I got denied for 3 separate conventions on the same weekend in May, and I had 0 conventions in May because of that, because all of them fell on the same weekend. Well, we just got accepted into a couple of new shows that I still have to pay for, and I've got a maybe 1 or 2 wait lists, but I'm getting into the majority of the things that I'm signing up for, and that's great. It's always difficult with some of the bigger shows, so like your AX, your New York Comic Con, those big things. I never expected to get into them anyways. I mean, I'm putting my application out there, like, you know, check your girl out. But was I expecting to get into either of those shows? No. Did I get into either of those shows? No. Is that fine? Yeah, it's totally fine. So those are the ones that I'm getting turned down for right now, are the really big shows that I'm still new to applying for, and I'm hoping to get into at some point, but it's all good. It's all good either way. Let's see what else. I am showing up on social media more. I think they just announced that Oracle is buying TikTok, and TikTok US may have about 8 months left in its survival. So I think I'm going to stop focusing on TikTok at all. I mean, I consume TikTok as a viewer, but I think I'm going to throw TikTok away as far as advertising my business is concerned, because 1, I just don't get any engagement over there, which is my fault, and 2, because it's just so up in the air as to whether or not it's going to go away. So I'm going to be focusing my short form content here on YouTube and throwing some stuff over onto Instagram as well. Those are the 2 that I use. And until there is like a replacement that comes out for TikTok that I need to build up again, that's where we're going to be. I have put out a few shorts here recently with some packet orders with me videos, which I know several of the people in my audience love an order packing video. I love an order packing video. I love to be able to make them. So I'm so happy when somebody orders and I can actually make that for you guys, because it gives you guys an opportunity to see the different products and to see what other people are picking out, and maybe see a product that you didn't know that I had, or one that you forgot that I had and may want. So those all do really well for me. And they've gotten some nice little views here on YouTube, and they get some nice views over on Instagram. So I think that has contributed to some more of my online sales as well. So we're still showing up on social media, which is good. Love that for us. I'm trying to do more. I'm going to be setting up some social media content, hopefully like a week in advance. I'm going to be trying to set up some more consistent social media content for you guys. So look for that to be coming out here and on Instagram as well. Email newsletters. I'm using OmniSend right now, which I will drop a link for down in the description box. Am I 100% on board with whether or not it pays for itself for me personally yet? Probably not, but at the same time, I'm trying to be consistent with it, and I'm not quite consistent with it yet. So I'm trying to get a handle on that, trying to figure out what works best as far as the email marketing is concerned. And so that is still very much a work in progress for me, but it's definitely not hurting. It's definitely not hurting my business to be sending those out. And I think I have gotten 1 or 2 sales off of some abandoned cart emails that send out automatically. So, or coupon codes that get sent out automatically from me. So if you are looking for a coupon code, jump onto the website. The first thing that pops up is a 10% off discount for anybody who signs up for the newsletter. And I am going to continue to make my email newsletter a priority in my business. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really wanted to say about where we are. I mean, you can see my little counter up there. Is it 2785? I don't know where we were to start with. We were at like 2500. So those are the amount of sales that have come in the past month, in a couple of weeks. So that's not bad at all. We like that. I'm looking at my video right here where I just watched my own video back so that I could see what I was talking to you guys about, and it says 2508 up there, and we are at 2785 up here. So I can't complain about that number. And that is Shopify only. That is the in-person events and the online sales. Online sales are still still a little rough, but we are getting there. We've had a few in the past couple of days, which was like a big upturn, like out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm making more than one sale every single day for the past several days, and I'm like, well, okay, what did I do? Okay, I'll take it. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one bit. So that number is going up, but the majority of these are going to be for in-person sales, and it does not include my Etsy sales either, because I used to have Etsy like hooked in to my Shopify, and it would show up on my counter, but that was just annoying, and it didn't sync up right half the time. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. And if it was a digital product, it didn't matter anyways. Um, Speaking of Etsy, I will say that Etsy hasn't changed a whole lot as far as what I'm doing is concerned. I know I said I was going to update Etsy and put some additional products on Etsy, but the way Etsy is, the amount of fees that they take, I've just basically left it as just patterns. That's what sell on Etsy for me, and so that's where I've left it. I do have like 3 or 4 little sticker sheets on there, but they've gotten like zero traction at all. And so I'm just not going to focus on putting anything but patterns on Etsy. I am updating the patterns as they come out, but I'm not focused on putting anything else up there except for patterns on Etsy. I think we talked about fair in the last video as well. It took me hours and hours, but I did go through every single one of my listings and updated fair. I'm about to just make sure that everything that I have put out recently is on fair this weekend, because there is a market coming up on fair at the end of this month. I think there's like two more, it's July 22nd through the 24th. It's in 2 weeks. And I am going to go in and make sure that everything is plugged in on my store correctly. And I'll let you know if we get any sales from it. We haven't gotten any sales from fair yet, but I know that there is a lot more to wholesale than just putting your stuff on fair and going, okay, find me. So I can't say that we've done a whole lot in that regard or anything in that regard, except for putting it there and going, okay, find me. So we'll see if we can generate any kind of additional income over the course of this market, and when we do the next update, I'll happily let you guys know. But yeah, everything is on the upward trend, and that's what we like to see. So it is always beneficial to take a good, long, hard, critical but constructive look at your business. If something is not working, going, hey, okay, this is not working. Why is this not working? Can I figure out why it's not working? And can I fix the thing that's not working to turn it around? Or do I need to drop this thing out entirely? It can never hurt. It can never hurt to do that, to take a step back and to look at your business analytically and just figure out what's going on with it. And that's what that video was about. And that's what I've been doing. And I am seeing a positive result from sitting down and doing that. So if you're at all concerned about where your business is headed, don't be shy. Just get in there, figure it out, and pivot when you need to pivot. Your business, like my business, is probably slightly ever changing, and you're sort of just rolling with the punches. You're going to see what's in right now, see what's not, and sort of just go with the motions. And if you're not actively looking at your business, then you can run into the same issue that I ran into, where everything was starting to take a nosedive, and it took me way too long to go, hey, bitch, look out, because this is happening. So I definitely, if I wouldn't have been so busy in March, I would have seen this coming a little bit more quickly and would have pivoted faster. So don't ever be scared to just look at your business and go, okay, this is working. Let's keep doing this. Let's add on to this. This is not working. So let's figure out what we can do, if anything, to fix it, and then make those adjustments and changes and keep rolling forward to see how they do. With that being said, though, that is going to wrap up today's video. I love your faces so much. I hope you enjoyed the month-and-a-half update, and I will see you again for about a 3-month update after we get through the month of August, and I will let you know if the trends are continuing upward or if we hit another slump. So Let's drop, is there money emojis? There's got to be some kind of money emoji down in the comments. So drop some money emojis down in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. About 60% or more of us are not subscribed. So if you want more content from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. I really appreciate it. I would love to have you here for our weekly content, and I love your faces so much. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.